In the kitchen of a house on a hill, I am introduced by my last name, Fomundam, which some people that I'm meeting for the very first time seem to recognize. An elderly man walks up to me. He says he knows my father. He says they worked together before '93, and I'm intrigued. But our conversation quickly picks up sounds like, with clueless facial expressions. My syllables roll too fast. My sentences crash too much. I under-emphasize vowels. I realize this because I didn't always speak like this. Words that I've come to relearn, like hippopotamus used to be hippopotamos. Dancing became dancing. Calendar became calendar. Water became water. My voice had changed. No, I had changed my voice. Once I spoke laxly, letting my consonants drop, letting my sounds fade, but the lady behind the front desk treats me belittlingly. And rather than ignoring her, I pull up my best American accent, as if to say, it's okay, you can treat me well, I'm just like you, I'm one of you. And just like that, I kept chiseling at my speech. I've had to relearn how to speak, how to read, how to see things, the same language, but different mannerisms, like learning a language for the second time. My cousin makes fun of me because I said crotch instead of crotch. Now, this is how I came to relearn. People correcting me with mockery or good intention. I cannot tell if they were doing me a favor or a disservice because I've always spoken good English. I don't understand why I get asked if English is my second language when I speak in an African accent. And that question wouldn't even be a thought if I spoke in a British or an American accent. But I found that speaking like this, going out of your way to change yourself for acceptance, is as harmful as helpful. Some days I find me digging for my roots, the ones I left behind when I decided I'd branch out. On this day, with Mr. Friend of my father in a kitchen on a house on a hill, he looks at me and I look at him and I want to believe that I am much like him, much like a friend of my father, which by default makes me much like my father, giving me rights to claim my fatherland as home. But every time I opened my mouth, I heard the voice of a foreigner. Every time I opened my mouth, I wanted to go back and re-say the words the right way. Or the wrong way. I don't know the way I first learned to say them. Some days I find me digging for my roots, the ones that I left behind when I decided I'd grow tall and I'd branch out. The ones that no matter how far away I get from, seem to affect me and influence the way I choose and influence the work I produce. Funny when you find that the person you've been running away from is the same person that you keep running into. So, change your voice. Bleach your skin, dye your hair, buy new clothes. It doesn't matter. You've always been, and you'll always be you.